Hey everyone, Forever Lego Studios here!
As you can tell, Hunter, and I am joined with...
Braydon!
Hey! I know. Hashtag rip me. If you were wondering what this video is, as you can kind of see, that we have a blank table. Well, for now. We will be doing a video on our top 5 favorite Lego sets. Well, Lego Star Wars sets. And we have them here. We picked our top 5 favorite Lego sets. And pretty much we'll do one by one, starting with our 5th favorite, going down to our number 1. And at the end, we'll have our 3 ones that almost made the top 5, but they're honorable mentions. So, number 5. Braydon, what is your number 5?
My number 5 is...
It's actually both our number 5s.
Ding, 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 ding.
We both really like this set.
My number 5 on my list is the Poe Dameron's X-Wing Starfighter. The reason why I put it at my top 5 is because I love the look of this ship right here. I'm pretty sure it was a fun build. I love the look of it, and you can't go wrong with an X-Wing. It's the most iconic, one of the most iconic vehicles in Star Wars history. And this was the vehicle that was introduced into The Force Awakens that Poe Dameron flew in the movie. So I'm putting this at my top 5.
We're going to go one by one.
Alright.
Again, this is actually my top 5 too. We both agreed on this one. Again, like he said, it is a really amazing ship. Of course, it's an iconic ship. One of
the most iconic ships.
Next to the Millennium Falcon or Star Destroyer or TIE Fighter. Yeah, it is really awesome. The build was really fun. This was actually my first X-Wing that I've ever had. I was really excited to buy it and all that, and I bought it, got it home. Of course, built it, and it's really fun. I love the feature, because the old TIE Fighters, I don't know it, not TIE Fighters, X-Wings, the original X-Wings, they didn't have this function where you twist it once, and it opens up.
You have to twist it multiple times over and over and over and over again until the wings popped out.
Yes. A friend of ours, of course, you guys know Aiden. He has that set, and I actually helped him build it. And, well, we both were playing around, taking turns and all that, and it was really a pain twisting and twisting. It wasn't fun. But with this, one flick. So, that's one of the other things about it. We both, again, picked it as our top 5.
Or some advice for you guys. The holidays are around the corner, and if you don't have this set, it's probably a great Christmas present for you guys to have. So just a little bit of advice for you guys. The holidays are around the corner.
Plus, it's really cool if you get the gray and blue X-Wing. So you've got that and this.
You got the original, you got the newer, and you got Poe Dameron.
Yes. Number 4.
Number 4. My number
4.
4. It is this hunk of beauty. The AT-ST from the Star Wars Rogue One Lego line, the first wave. I'm an Empire guy, so I love the Empire ships and vehicles. And this is the only set that you get of the Rogue One wave where it's actually one of the original vehicles. So, and I love the way it was built. I think Lego did a really good job with the design, and it is actually minifigure scale this time. So, and as you can see, there's a little mechanism on the back where you can turn its head. So, it's just, I love the look of this, so I put it at my top 4. So, on to you.
Plus, if you guys want to get a more in-depth of the AT-ST, if you're thinking of buying it, check out my review on the AT-ST where I did all of the Rogue One sets. For my top 4, though, I'm going to have to pick the final duel sets that came out in 2015. Of course, it is really cool. Of course, it's not the fullest accuracy, just because it's, of course, not the biggest, but it is a amazing set. I love the battle, or like not really battle set, but a play set where you can actually fit them on top of the actual set and like fight it with them. When I first got it, of course, I played it with that. I put Emperor right here, and Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker fighting like that iconic scene from Return of the Jedi. Plus, I really like it how the function where you can actually go like this, kind of hard on that. Then, of course, lift that like that. And this set actually reminds me of another cool set, Palpatine's Arrest, that came out in, I can't even remember.
2013, wasn't it? I think it came out 2013.
I think so.
Yeah, it did.
Because, again, Aiden got that set, and it was really cool. But it reminds me of that, just the overlook of it.
One thing that's really unique about that Lego set is that it is the first time only that Darth Vader gets a brand new helmet mold, and I think that is really fantastic.
The new helmet mold's way better.
They finally put an underpiece under, because all the original Darth Vaders, they just had that same helmet design, and it actually kind of gotten old for me because...
Well, it's been used since 1990.
Well, I know that, but what I'm saying is, like, they use the same mold. I mean, like, every single year it keeps coming along, and you expect for them to have a new minifigure mold brand. And now, finally, they release this set, and we finally get a new Darth Vader helmet mold. And I think they're going to be using that same mold for quite some time now. I mean, we've already gotten, like, for the new Death Star set, Darth Vader's also in it, and he has the same helmet mold. The new Darth Vader TIE Advanced Fighter versus the A-Wing, it's the same mold, so...
And plus, they're going to be making, in the summer of 2017, next year, they'll be making a new Darth Vader transformation set, which we are excited about.
Because the very, very last time, they have made this set before, the very, very last time we got one, it was way long time ago, back in 2004, when Revenge of the Sith came out, and I actually had that set.
I wasn't able to buy it.
Well, you should have bought it, because it was a fun set.
I was like...
And one thing that was a problem was that I was a very, very young kid, and back in 2004, and I would not take care of my Legos. I would break all of them. So that set probably lasted like 3 days. So
we all kind of at young age took apart Lego sets because we had Imagineering where we would take it apart and rebuild it and stuff like that.
But we're older, we're smarter. We know that Legos mean something to us, so we're never gonna take these apart ever.
Moving on, that was top 4. Number 3
is... This is actually my favorite, my most favorite, next to the TIE Fighter and the Star Destroyer. This is my favorite Empire ship, because the reason why I put it at my number 3 is because I love this ship so much. I remember back in the day, they had older versions of these sets, and I was not around at that time. I mean, I was, but I was only a little kid, and I did not know about these sets. They had the original sets of this, and I remember every single year I would try to get at least just a set of this. And I remember back in 2010, I believe, they had a UCS collector's edition of the Imperial Shuttle, and I saw it and I thought, oh my god, I want to get it, but it was like really, really expensive. And I asked it for Christmas for my birthday, and I never got it, which was fine. But of summer of 2015, I did get it, and I was really happy to get it. It was really fun building, and it's just, I love this ship so much. It really looks like a really, really neat ship. As you see, the wings go down, and tell me that does not look amazing.
Looks pretty, really awesome.
He even wants one.
They still sell it at Toys R Us and all that.
They do sell it, so you got a chance to get it. But what I mean is, this set is kind of old, so it breaks sometimes. So yeah, that's my number 3 on my list. My favorite Imperial ship.
Now, my number 3 is also an Imperial ship. Of course, it's not the shuttle. Like I said, I don't own it yet. Hopefully, when I go to Toys R Us and I have the money,
you should definitely get it.
But my number 3...
Another great Christmas gift.
Is the Imperial Star Destroyer. Now, this came out in 2014. When I heard they're making a Star Destroyer, I was like, didn't know what to expect. Then I watched a few reviews, and I was like, oh my gosh, I want this set. So, of course, I asked it for Christmas many, many times. And
So did I.
that year I got it for Christmas, and so I'm happy. Really awesome set. It just really sturdy, not gonna break.
Kind of has a little bit of weight to it.
Yes, it is quite heavy. Of course, it's got this really nice hook, so you can actually like accurate, like fly it around your room.
Well, it doesn't fly that fast, but
you can play it like that factor. Then, of course, you can lift this off. Really like this feature. Original, you had to take the whole thing off. And that was not the greatest.
well, the original you would take that piece off, and that would be it.
Then, of course, it's got this inside internal and all that. Of course, it's not the accurate because this area is supposed to be up here. That's the only thing I think they should have added with this set is an actual thing or tower scene like the original.
I don't know if it was possible for them to do that back in 2014 because maybe they didn't have the right kind of designers or something, or maybe they just couldn't think of anything. But I'm pretty sure they could not think of that.
Yeah, and also the cool factor where in the back it's got this piece where you can move this and like. And of course,
really?
it's
You
not.
had to make sound effects.
Yes, I did. And of course, you can't actually like play around with an X-wing in this because it's not accurate size. But
If it was accurate size, it'd be worth a whole lot of money. There'd be a whole lot of pieces. It'd
Yes.
take you about a month to build a size accurate.
that is my number 3. I almost bumped this up to number 2. But my number 2 will make much more sense. And that was number 2. Number 3. Number 2. Let's go.
My number 2 favorite Lego set, it is the TIE Striker. I love this set so much. I think it's a really good design. I think Lego did a really good job. And just in case if you guys don't know, this ship is modeled from the Rogue One movie coming out next month.
Yeah.
We are now a month and a half away from the premiere of that movie, and me and him are going to go see it. The cameraman behind the camera is going to go see it too. But yeah, I love this set so much, and it really is a cool design, and I don't know, it looks like something that Batman would make. I mean, if you look at it from this view, it looks like something Batman would make. But yeah, it's just I really do love the look of this, and I love the feature where the wings pop up, and I think it actually looks kind of cool. Like, I mean, a lot of people have said that it looks better when the wings are down, but I think it actually kind of looks cool when it's in that because it's in like an attack position. So yeah, that's my second favorite, and my first favorite. Wait until you guys see it.
Oh, and what's cool is we're not gonna do it in this video. In our top 5 Rogue One sets, or not top 3 Rogue One sets, since there's only 5. Braydon and I both have one, and we said in that video that if you put 2 of those like almost side to side with like at least a fist in the middle, it looks exactly like a TIE Interceptor.
So you always have to bring that up in every single video.
Maybe. So that was Braydon's number 2. My number 2, like I said, it'll make more sense because as you can tell, I'm kind of a Rebellion fan. I like the Empire, and I'll get into that in a later video. But I'm a Rebellion fan, and that is why this is my number 2. Originally, I was going to put this at number 1, but then I'll show you my number 1, and it's much more cooler. But of course, it's the Millennium Falcon. Like, who doesn't like the Millennium Falcon? Like, it's one of the most iconic solar ship.
A non-Star Wars fan, that's who.
Yeah. And as you can tell, I've got the Millennium Falcon over here. I really like this. Brady and I both wanted to get the 2010 version.
Yeah, we wanted that so badly.
Yeah.
And wait until you hear our stories about how many times we tried to get it.
Yes. Both of us have been wanting it for so long before. We've been friends for years and years. But we both wanted that Millennium Falcon. This was before Force Awakens was even announced. So we wanted to get that. And every time we had enough money, we went to the store. They had the Millennium Falcon.
They had it, but we ended up spending something else on it. We were stupid little boys.
Yes, we spent it on smaller Lego sets or on stuff that
didn't really matter. I mean, you had enough money to get this hunk of beauty, but yet you did something stupid and bought something else.
Yeah, we've both done that many, many times. Then the sad day came out, and we found out that they discontinued the original, the last one. We're like...
And we were all in tears.
Yeah, we're like, no, you gotta be kidding me.
But
we're not going to be able to buy a Millennium Falcon.
But then...
Force Awakens
in 2015, they announced they were making a Millennium Falcon from the movie.
Yeah, so we saw a picture of that. We're like, we need to buy this. This is our second chance. And
another good Christmas gift for this year, in case if you have not gotten it.
Yes, it is fun build. It's iconic. Like, you can go, like, if you got the X-Wing, or not X-Wing, TIE Fighter, which I have right here, you can, like, play it, or, like, reenact the Jakku scene where Rey's flying the Millennium Falcon and Finn's, shooting at it, and, like, you can chase him around. So, that's pretty cool. This is my number 2. I thought about putting it number 1, but you'll see why I changed it.
Now, my number 1, it is a ship from Rogue One, and it happens to be Empire. Again, I love the Empire. I think they have the best ships in the galaxy. No. But the Krennic shuttle, the reason why it's my favorite is because it's all in black. My favorite color is black, and that's not important. I love the look of this thing. It reminds me of one of those stealth jets they use in the military. And I think that's where they got the idea from to make this the movie. But not only do I love the ship because of the design, it's the only ship it's the only set that you get with the Death Troopers. Yes. It's not just one you get 2 of them, which is pretty neat. And the Death Troopers, they're starting to become my favorite characters in the movies. Just they look really, really cool. They remind me of a Black Ops team, and they remind me so much of Vader because there are some similarities on their costumes that look so much like Vader. Because if you notice, like in their belt buckles, that's Vader's belt buckle. So, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how these characters play out in the movie. I'm looking forward to seeing how this ship does action in the movie. I know it may not take place in like battles or whatever, but I would like to see what it does. So that is my number 1 set.
And what is cool is, luckily, you don't have to buy a bajillion of these sets to get the Death Troopers or spend a bajillion on buying them separately.
In January, we are getting battle packs of them, and so save up your Christmas money, boys, because...
Don't spend a bunch on this. You can buy a bunch of battle packs to get the Death Troopers, which is much easier. I'll be buying a few of those. Okay, so that's his number 1. My number 1, I've had for about a few months now. I tried doing a review on it, but it kept kept faltering, and I wasn't able to. My number 1 is the Ultimate Collector Series, Slave 1.
And the angels sing with harmony.
Yes. It is an amazing ship. It is size accurate to the actual ship. For a Lego figure, it is accurate size. It's one of the best bounty hunters ship, Boba Fett. I love the feature how you can take that off, and it's got the cockpit that moves separately, so you don't have to move the wings to move it down. That was one of the things I didn't really care for in the play sets, is whenever you move that, this moved.
I thought it was a cool feature. Because I had the original one, the one that came out in 2006, I think, or 2007, and I also had the one that came out in 2010, and they always kept that same feature, and I always kind of like it. What do you mean that this feature is crap?
I like this feature. I'm just saying I like it better that you can actually move it by yourself, because it's in the stand position. But again, you gotta say that looks awesome, in front position.
It does look pretty awesome.
You can use this in MOS, and that would be accurate. It's so cool, and the detail on it is amazing. Like, look at that background.
You know, I'm a 100% Boba Fett fan. I do think that set is really awesome.
It is pricey, of course, but
It is
Ultimate
definitely
Collector series are pricey.
It is definitely worth the money.
But I would rather spend $200 on this than buying that TIE Fighter, just because it comes with one figure. I wish that the TIE Fighter is really cool as the Ultimate Collector series. I just wish it came with an extra figure or something like that, because spending $200, the set's at that piece for price, or if I'm correct. But I wish it came with more figures, because why spend $200 on the TIE Fighter, get one figure, or you can spend $200 for Slave 1 and get 5. I think it's 5.
One thing that I find very neat about this, and he even agrees, well, he's the one that thought of this theory, is that if you have this set, you got the instructions,
Yes.
and then you can get the pieces to build Jango Fett's
So
Slave
like,
1.
use your if you want. I don't know if I'll ever do it, just because it'd be probably expensive. But for some people, they'll probably. What's cool is all you have to do is switch out the green and the red with just Jango Fett color scheme of that. And one person has done this. I can't think of his name, but I looked up on it. Someone actually made this set in Jango Fett style. They had the Jango Fett one, Ultimate Collector Series, and then they had this one right next to it. It's really, really cool. Yeah, this is my top one. It is my favorite Lego set that I own. It probably will be until...
I wish this was on my number one list.
But that was my number one. But that is about it. That's our top 5 favorite Lego Star Wars sets that, of course, we own. If you like this kind of thing, hit that like button down below. A lot of people actually like the top 3 Rogue One sets. So we're like, we gotta do this again. Let's try our top 5 favorite Star Wars sets.
If you guys want us to do more videos, or not just Star Wars, like favorite DC sets, favorite Marvel sets. So if you guys want us to do any videos like that, please let us know down in the comments down below. And click that subscribe button.
Yes, dude. Really much obliged. I really much like that if you guys subscribe. If you're new, especially stay tuned for some future videos. We're going to be making another one later on.
Pretty soon.
And of course, there's a few other videos that are going to be coming out in a month or so, and a future mock pretty soon.
Oh, don't flatter
wink, wink,
yourself.
wink.
Oh, don't flatter yourself.
Too bad. I already. I happy.
I happy.
Yes, I happy. Hashtag give Hunter the love.
Stop doing flipping hashtags. You always do that every single video.
You have a problem with that? Take it up with Aiden. Oh, also, if you guys did not know, our friend Aiden, who's popped up on this channel multiple times, has just started his YouTube channel. He mentioned it in the last video or two that he was in.
Yeah, in the last couple of videos.
And he already has 2 videos up. He finally did it. He does a really good job on his videos. He does reviews on comic books and movies.
So it's not exactly like our channel. Well, mostly his channel. Mine, I'm still working on mine. But it's called like Forever Geeky Studios. And what he basically does is he does a whole bunch of like movie reviews, comic book reviews. So it's like expressing your nerdy.
But he doesn't just do Star Wars. He does DC, Marvel, Star Trek, and a bunch of other stuff. I'm really excited. So please check his channel down below, or check his channel out. Forever Geeky Studios. But other than that, I think that's about it. Like I said, comment down below if you want to see more of this. Hit that like button if you did enjoy. Hit that subscribe button if you're new. And if I'm correct, that's it. Hope you guys have a great and wonderful day. Bye-bye.